Hello and welcome to Flawless Fatherhood. I'm your host, Mr. 5050, and you clicked on this video for a reason. I thank you, and your child's future thanks you as well. Let's get into it and change this narrative together. Don't think I was going to sleep on it. Let's go. Hey, before we get started with the show, I think it's important, especially for the new viewers, for me to give you a nice little lay of the land and tell you a quick little story about myself. I am a normal guy, guys. You know, I have 3 sons. 2 sons were from a marriage and divorce. Married in 1995, divorced in 2006. When I got divorced, my sons were 9 and 4 years old. And I was able to, through the divorce, secure them as the primary residential parent here in Florida in 2006. I was 29 years old when I got a divorce. 19 when I got married, 29 when we got a divorce. I was able to secure them as the primary residential parent where they stay with me and their mom got visitation. So, and I was able to raise them because of that and doing the hard work. Trust me, I didn't want to get a divorce, but doing the hard work and prioritizing my sons over prioritizing desiring to be with a woman when the relationship was irreconcilable. Okay? That's important, and you guys need to remember that. It's amazing because women will always put the children above the man, but the man would never do that when it comes, and that's a lot of times why I believe one of the reasons why men lose custody so much. Because of that, because they're not goals on the kids outside of the end result. So nevertheless, my point is this. I was able to secure my children in 2006, divorced as the primary residential parent. For my youngest son, I had an unwed son in 2013. He's currently 10 years old. He'll be turning 11 later on this year. I currently have him 50-50, a true 50-50, not this, just this legal custody crap. No, 50-50 joint physical custody. 50-50 joint legal custody where he stays with me one week and he stays with his mom the next week. We basically live in the same city. We live one city over or whatever, but it's pretty close here. Basically 15 minutes away tops from door to door. But true 50-50. Let me tell you something. It wasn't like she just agreed to this, okay? If she could have got me from being, she could have been the person that had him the majority of the time, she would have did that. But I was able to, again, put my son, me valuing my son and doing what's right up here, and just putting the work in to make sure I established a case to be able to where when things needed to happen, where I established custody and got a joint custody agreement, the courts and the system had to look at me favorably and keep the timeshare we already had. Okay? Now, before we get into this 3-step process, I want to let you know that I endorse a certain thing, when to get established paternity and get a joint custody agreement. But in my case, I did not do that with my third son, with my unwed son. And it's because me and her weren't on the best terms when he was born, okay? And actually we had those environment where I could have broke up with him for a just cause. I'll just keep it at that. But I didn't do that, okay? But what happened was I decided to say, hey, let's go ahead and let's do a little schedule. I sent it on text and we did a little rotating schedule, 4-3, 3-4, 4-3, 3-4. She had him 4 nights one week. I had 3 the next. The next week, I had him 4 nights. She had him 3 at her home. So that's how it was until all the way to the time when he was just over 1.5 years to where, hey, when something happened and then boom, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get my rights legitimized. Then I was able to say, when the courts looked at me, one of the first things the courts look at is, hey, what's the state of the child? See, they don't teach fathers this because they don't want fathers to know this. We have been programmed to be money makers and go-getters. Always work, provide, and let the mother take care of the kids in the overnights. Well, being that traditional man like that, because Lord knows Women aren't traditional as they expect the men to be, but this is not a knock on women. I'm just telling you like it is, and we know this is the truth. Being a traditional man will hurt you in the court system because you're not in tune with the kids' day-to-day responsibility and stuff like that. And you have to be able to do both. You got to be a man, and you got to take care of men, lead and protect and provide, but you also have to be able to take care of kids. Let's get into the 3-step process. This is huge. I'm excited for this. Thank you for sticking at it while I ramble. I'm going to stick to the point now. I'm going to go. But I'm telling you, I'm very thorough when I talk, so I need you to understand my passion and what I go through. That's why sometimes I get a little long-winded. Let's go. Now, the first 3-step process, and I'm not going to go into detail of each because I'll make videos about each one of these 3 processes here in the near future. But it's to give you an outliner of what this Flawless Fatherhood Timeshare Recovery Blueprint consists of. The first one is to recover more overnights. Most fathers currently have 4, maybe to 6 overnights per month. Every other weekend, maybe Friday night to Sunday sometime, and maybe one day of every other week. So they usually have 4 to 6 nights per month. Now, here's the thing. Recover more overnights. In another video, I will talk about how you can strategically, slowly, methodically retrieve more nights by being savvy, okay, from your child's mother. Let me tell you something. Let me pause real quick. Don't think for a second that these mothers do not want help with the children. Yes, they do. Now, do they want their child support to go down? Who does, right? Who does? Heck, when I was getting her portion of the child, my ex-wife's portion of the child support now, you think I wanted it to go down? No. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But trust me, they want help. Here it is at the beginning of summer, 2024. Trust me, people want to get outside. She want help. We'll talk about how to secure those overnights. I'm not just talking about, I don't care if you have to be a glorified babysitter, but start to retrieve more overnights. That's the first step. And not only just retrieve them, how to properly prove that you're securing them, okay? Now, a lot of people just say, take notes. Listen, when you're in family law, normally mothers can sit up there and just say stuff and it goes as the truth. As men, you have to truly demonstrate and show that it happened, or you're not as credible as the mom. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. So when you're recovering more overnights, it don't matter if it's a slow, 2 to 3 during the first month or 2, then to 3 to 4 more additional overnights the next, next couple of months, to it gets to a time to where it's 6, 9, possibly in 12 months down the road, where you're almost at a 50-50, as far as the overnights. And trust me, she's not going to be taking care of the kids that much, and she's going to be happy to be able to have that space and that time so she can live her life, be able to let her, be able to breathe and stuff like that, while you're annotating and you've slowly taken away so many of her overnights to where you're damn near equal in overnights. It's a process. You didn't get here overnight, so it's not going to be to be able to build the rock solid type of what's the word I'm looking here, guys? Help me out. You know what I'm saying? The type of, you want a rock solid case stack. I'm actually trying to help you guys do. This is what you would do. This is what I did. Hey guys, my son was over 18 and a half months before I legitimized my rights. And guess what? I had actually aced my fatherhood standing and was able to demonstrate, look how active I am into his life. I showed aspects so I was more and more active in his mom. I was taking him to daycare equally. I was paying daycare equally. I was freaking involved in extracurricular activities. Recover more overnights is the first step. Second step is involving the best interest of the child factors. Now, what this means is while you're recovering overnights more and more each month, what you'll be doing is, and I will help you guys with that. I will help you and show you how I built up a case using the best interest of the child factors. Every state, the vast majority of the state, they have best interest of the child factors. Don't be misconstrued thinking like that the laws are going to change for you. The laws aren't going to change for you. Listen, if this country, which is a corporation, but nevertheless, they can send millions and millions of dollars to another country at the drop of a hat, but guess what? They won't change the laws for your fathers. So don't get it misconstrued thinking, oh, you know what? They're going to change the laws for us and everything's going to be all right. Why? They could have did it yesteryear. They're not going to do it. They're fluffing you up. And besides, as men, stop asking for somebody to do something for you. Create a situation where they can't tell you no. Create a situation where they can't take it away. Create a situation where you are the outlier. And they have to say, okay, 50-50. You know what I'm saying? We got to. Look at what he's done. He's been doing this the past 12 months. Because here's the thing. When they look at the situation when people break up, the first thing they look at is timeshare, like I said. When they looked at it in my situation, they looked at the timeshare. I had them equal overnights. That's what the child is used to. So if the child is used to staying with the mom 99% of the time, what makes you think, unless the mother is abusing them or, some kind of strong substance abuse or something like that, or of that nature, or just totally just gives them away, you're not going to have a chance, okay? So that's the prime thing, to make sure that, hey, I lived in a home, she lived in a home unwed, and guess what? I had equal overnights. And I stayed clear of a restraining order. That's the key too. You got to allegations of parental alienation and these wild accusations. That's another thing that men have to stay away from. Okay, that's a whole other thing too. I've stayed on this program so many times on this platform. We have to be able to use. Can't be taking a freaking butter knife to a freaking sword fight. You can't do that. You're gonna lose every time. Okay, so guess what? Far too often we're programmed to let women hit on us and we don't do nothing about it. Yet, if we as much push a woman away, she gets to file a restraining order. Guess what? Yours truly, not happy about it, but I did what I had to do for my sons. I would file a restraining order on my ex-wife when we were going through a divorce. That helped me in securing my children. I've read countless times with men say, hey, so many times she hit on me and I just pushed her away one time and I got a restraining order. Prioritize your children, your position with your children over her. Set your ego aside. I ain't got no ego. That's what was able to have me keep my kids. So during the best interest of the child factor, you guys are supposed to, this is what you will be doing. You'll be demonstrating a daily routine with the child, demonstrating an ability to co-parent well with the mother, demonstrating the ability to, demonstrating the ability to put the child's needs before your own, demonstrating the ability to be involved in your kids' school process, before and after, nightly routine, among other factors that I will be able to help you and show you how to ace the best interest of the child factors. It's so easy. It's so easy. It may look, oh my God, I'm so intimidated. It's so easy. I've done the hard work for you guys. Click this damn subscribe button and let's freaking change the outcome of what you have going on. Or either click the subscribe button and learn how to make sure you don't lose position with your children. I ain't waiting for no damn laws to change. I got divorced in 2006. Did I have the laws change in Florida? I don't give a crap about that stupid little house bill they passed freaking last year. It meant freaking nothing. If you read through the crap, you gotta have your stuff locked on. They're not gonna give any freaking handouts. Not gonna happen. All right, so it's all about demonstrating. Best interest of the child factors is phase 2. I got something to tell you. Remember, for all of the current and future unwed fathers, it is essential that you establish paternity and get a joint custody agreement with the child's mother. Doing this legitimizes your rights as the father and secures an equal or adequately agreed upon timeshare in the event of an unfortunate breakup. Doing this will also serve as an insurance policy, basically, as it pertains to your child's custody timeshare. This will greatly minimize the possibility of parental alienation, child manipulation, or both. In closing, establishing paternity and getting a joint custody agreement ensures that the child has both parents in their lives. And to be perfectly honest, ladies and gentlemen, that is the answer to the majority of the world's issues. Now, check this out. The ideal time to start this process is as soon as the child is born. I call this the Flawless Fatherhood 30-day rule, as to which It's at this time is when both unwed parents are at their most agreeable and truly want what's best for their newborn child, more likely than not. The system is not going to teach us this, gentlemen, but that's what I'm here for. I hope it makes sense to you. It does to me. Now on to part 3. Step 3. Now, once you've done that, when I say done that, once you start your step 1, methodically recovering more overnights, okay? Number 2, while you're recovering overnights and building yourself up a case, you're solidifying and demonstrating hella best interest of the child factors. And you're building yourself up a case. Again, I'll help you with this. It's so easy, right? So while you're doing that, so once you've done that, listen, guys, I did this for over 1.5 years. I'm not going to tell you how long you need to do this before you open up a court case. You know what I'm saying? Before you proceed to the next step. But what I am going to say is, the longer you do it, the better, I would assume. Now, you can do it 6 months. I wouldn't recommend doing it less than 6 months. You can do it 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Choose one of those 3. And then, once you've done that, where you've, again, recovered more overnights. So by the time, let's say you've done it 9, 10 months, right? Now, instead of having a 4 overnights, you're up to close to 12, 13. You know, you got your time and you got overnights here. It's going to be times where, just to go back real quick, if she says, as far as she might say, hey, can you keep the kids? You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'll be back by 7 or something, right? You say, oh, nah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you know, how about, I'll get them and, you know, I'll take them out to eat and stuff like that. We'll do a movie night and I'll just take them to school in the morning, or I'll take them, I'll drop them off to daycare or whatever the case may be in the morning, so you don't have to do it. So don't ever just settle for to be in a few hour like that. No, just go ahead and, I'll keep them, but, I'll give them the whole night and I'll drop them off so they get free up to do whatever you need to do. Who's not going to want that? And that's how you take away slow to get overnights away. That's just one of the ways. So, but once you've done that to 6 to 12 months, what I would do, because everything, look, text. Verbal ain't going to fly for us as much. Text her and say, hey, I was wondering. I'm paraphrasing here. Hey, listen, I was wondering, why don't we just go ahead and, I think we should just go ahead and, just inquire, just like modifying the time with the kids to where like we got them like week to week or something like that. Make things easier for you, make it easier for me, or if not week to week, we do rotate every 3 days or something like that. That sounds like a good plan to me, whatever. And allow her the chance to respond via text. Now, she might say, okay, cool, right? Mind you, keeping all this protection because you want proof of this. So if she says, cool, that's great, that means she agreed to it, right? She might pull back later, but you'll also keep these records, right? So, or she might say, oh, no, you think you slick. You trying to lower my child support, whatever it may be. Then you say, hey, listen, it's not about child support. It's about, the kids are used to being here. I'm always got them half the time anyway. So, just trying to make something where, you can have more of a schedule than I am too. That's all, vice us springing stuff on each other. And, give her a chance to, to hook herself, So most likely, sometimes some moms will probably say yes, because they'll probably see the benefit in their children, having both children in their life. More times than not, they won't, because they'll think you're trying to do something underhanded. In a way, you kind of are, but in a way, it's for the best interest of the child at the end of the day, no matter how she may look at it. She may look at it that way, but you're really not. Let me word it like that. So let's say if she agrees, then great. Say, hey, well, let's just get it on paper so we ain't got nothing, we don't have any issues with anything. This is why I do. This is why I would make sure it's done legally. So there's no pushback. There's no changing your mind and things like that. So, and plus, if she does change her mind and stop giving you overnights and say, no, I don't like that, you're trying to be seeking this and that, then that's at that point in time is when you do the part 3. That's when you seek legal counsel and open up a case. All right? To modify, to increase the physical timeshare. All right? Now you're going to feel some type of way because you're not going to, I don't want to subpoena her or serve her paperwork. Who cares? It's part of the process, A lot of these guys got put on restraining orders and stuff like that, can't see their kids. But here go guys are scared to serve. Not scared, but just like, oh no, I just feel less of a man. Serve her. I don't care if it's at her freaking house, if it's at her freaking work. When I serve, I'm going to serve at your job. I don't care where you at. Okay? It is what it is. It's business. It's business. There's no business on this earth more important than our children. Yet us as fathers, we miss out on that the majority of the time. So, seek legal counsel is part 3 and open up a case to modify and increase the physical timeshare. Now, at this time, you will be able to have a strong case. You know what I'm saying? But the legal systems, what you got to do is put the legal systems back against the wall. Okay? Got my notes here and stuff like that. To where, hey, they're going to look at it and be like, man, this guy's, hell, lady, you already let him have them. You've been having 13, 14 nights a month. You know? And the kids are used to that. So as long as the guy stay away from restraining orders and ain't cussing at and doing some nonsense, and he's shown his fatherhood by building a case, guess what? You're very likely to get a modification in through the judge or through the court system. Now, we would have to be able to prove, you know what I'm saying, prove the overnights, okay? So not only do you have to establish a strong case, all right, I'm reading something right here, you know what I'm saying, with an enormous amount of credibility, showing your state of fatherhood, but also being able to show you've possessed the 40 to 50% of the overnights the past 6 to 12 months. I said that before. So now again, as an unwed father of my 3rd son, he was just over 18 months, like I said before, when I got my rights established. When I established maternity and got a joint 50-50 custody agreement. No birth certificate would ever sign. I never signed a birth certificate. So how did you get a 50-50? Because the birth certificate is nothing but a piece of fluff to put fathers on the hook, not married fathers, because you already legally have the rights. You know what I'm saying? Through marriage. You know, through that certificate. You know what I'm saying? But for unwed fathers, we sign that birth certificate, and it puts you on the hook for finances and taking care of the child. Google, here's some homework for you. Google, after the video, of course. Google does signing a birth certificate, give a father timeshare. It'll tell you no. So what the hell are we around here signing it for, just to give us a feel-good feeling of fatherhood? No, it means nothing. Just put you on the hook. That's why once you break up, she can just go down there and be like, oh, you signed a birth certificate and start taking money out your check. But if she didn't do that, she had to go through a process first. The system is wicked. It's wicked, very wicked. So the main thing the court look at, in my opinion, again, is the overnights that the parents have. You know, that's why it's important for married fathers to never leave the home. Okay? Because once you leave the home and the children with the home, guess what? The court's going to see it as abandonment. That's just what happened in my divorce in 2006. I ain't leaving. She left. And when she left, that was the first cut against her. Come on, man. Stick with me. So, men, do not prioritize money, chasing women, or your freedom over possessing an equal custody timeshare with your children. Do not do it. Do not do it. I mean that. It's time for us to start treating having children and fatherhood in general like a business, because it is a business. It's the most critical form of business in the world, if you ask me. Lastly, this is not, I have to say this. I hate saying this because it's obvious, right? But some people are like, oh, this is not legal advice. Okay? This is not legal advice. I am not an attorney. But what it is it's a blueprint. A flawless fatherhood timeshare recovery blueprint, might I add, on how me as a parent has been successful securing my fatherhood, my sons through fatherhood, through a divorce and being unwed. Find me another father's rights advocate that can say that. Listen, what you won't hear me saying is, oh, we got to change the laws. Listen, I'm glad that there are father's rights advocates out there fighting it from that angle, but I will not do that. It's about changing our behavior as men and fathers that'll get the most quickest results, not waiting on a freaking legislature. No! So the proof is in the pudding, guys. The proof is in the pudding. Again, I've done the hard work for you. Now, let's recap. The 3-step process, right? 3-step process. Flawless Fatherhood, Timeshare Recovery, 3-step process. 1 is to methodically recover more overnights. That's step 1. Number 2 is to solidify, building a case by solidifying the best interest of the child factors. And number 3 is to seek legal counseling and open a case to increase physical timeshare. Now, guess what? If she wants to say, hey, look, yeah, go ahead and we'll do that. We can, it's so hard for me to say, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that. My thing is, I want you to have the physical backing, okay? Paper, freaking paper. Once you have that 50-50 or you have it, you think I have to ask my youngest son's mom for time? No. Now I will ask her, hey, hey, you might, exchange weekends. I got something I want to do with, with our son this weekend if he's free. And guess what? She'll do the same for me. Whatever. She'll do the same. She'll ask me, hey, you got this? Can we switch this? Can we switch that? But as far as saying, hey, can I see my son for Father's Day? No, my son's here with me for Father's Day. Hey, Bright. Step around here. Come around. Don't slowly. You like a bull in the china shop. Walk around this way. That way. No, that way. Walk around that. Lift your head up. Okay, go step there. Look, I got my son with me. It's Father's Day. I got my son with me. Guess what? I don't have to say, hey, it's Father's Day. No, he's with me every single Father's Day. It's on paper and that's 50-50 joint physical timeshare. I got him. And I feel bad for you guys who don't got him, but guess what? This should be your last year without them. Don't get up out of here, homeboy. This is your last year without them. Subscribe to Flawless Fatherhood so I can help you build a case so this could be the last freaking year you have to go through this. I'm passionate about this crap. Now, here's the thing. The system's going to think you guys are too freaking lazy to do it. They count on that. They think y'all lazy enough to wait around on the laws to change. No, put yourself in a situation where you say, look, hey, man, look, I done had my kid 45% of the overnights the past 9 to 12 months. This is what the child is used to. So if the court say, no, it's going to go back to itself, they're contradicting themselves because their actions going to go towards what the child is used to and not breaking that pattern. And their patterns already, you have been in their lives nearly 50% of the time, that's what they're going to be basically keep more times than not, as long as you stay away from restraining orders, like I said before. So, I'm transparent, guys. I can't help nothing but be transparent. So, where we at? Like I say, the proof's in the pudding. We already recapped, right? We recapped 1, 2, and 3. And what I need you guys to do is subscribe to Flawless Fatherhood. Subscribe to my platform. I'm trying to build a community of winners. I'm trying to build a community of flawless fathers. It ain't how you start. It's how you finish. Let's change your situation and this fatherless narrative together. I can't do it by myself. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I can't do it by myself. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to comment, let me know what you thought about the video. Okay? Let me know what you think about the video. Remember to like the video. I believe in you guys. You have to ask yourself, do you believe in yourself? That's where you'll find the answer for change. Flawless Fatherhood, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. See you on the next video. Remember to press like and subscribe. Love you guys. Let's make it happen.